In this lesson, we cover photometric light. This is a very special and useful type of light. Using photometric light, you can define how you want your light to be distributed based on real-world light distribution profile files. You can use IES files to control the distribution of light or how the light propagates in your scene. IES files provided by the lighting manufacturers can be used to imitate the complex lighting effects produced by specific fixtures. So first of all, let's add an Arnold photometric light. And in the main tab, you need to define the IES file, which are basically distribution pattern files. You can download thousands of them for free. Just Google IES files. I've provided one for you. Just go to your project files for the lighting section of this course, and in the text folder, load this IES file. Let me enable the IPR, and to see the distribution pattern a bit better, I'm going to position the light near this wall, and basically you need to rotate it so the Z axis looks downward. Now let me increase the exposure of the light to about 1. As you can see, we have this complex pattern of light which would be literally impossible to achieve without photometric light. You can select the light and change the pattern, or basically load another IES file. If you want to, you can decrease or increase its intensity. You can rotate this light as you wish. It's just a normal light. You just define the distribution pattern using an IES file. And also they work with atmospheric effects just fine. Now let me create 2 duplicates and put them beside the first one. Now if you noticed any sort of fireflies or excessive noise coming from your photometric light, you can simply zero out the indirect contribution of the light. And this was a very problematic issue in Arnold 4. But in this newly released Arnold, in Arnold 5, we basically don't have that problem anymore, and you can simply enjoy your IES files and your photometric lights with indirect effect of those lights. Also, I mentioned the word fireflies. Fireflies are very, very bright, random pixels here and there in your renders. Sometimes because of sampling issues, this might happen. If you're wondering what is fireflies, that is fireflies basically. Now for the final render, let's increase the light samples to about 4, and in the render settings, let's set the camera and diffuse samples to about 4 as well. I think that would be enough. We don't have any specular or transmission or SSS or volume contribution, so that's why we don't need to increase their samples. And if I render the scene, this would be the final result. So in this lesson, we talked about photometric lights and IES files, and I will see you in the next lesson.